Yeah, alright, so hey there kids. So today I'm gonna react to ElectroBOOM. So yeah. Here goes nothing. Oh, don't mind about the other parts. Anyways, let's go theater mode and yeah.
Hi. As you may know, I've been renovating a new place to move into a bigger office, and it's almost done, but details. For example, here, the stairs into the basement, and there is no light here, and I don't want you to trip over the stairs and die and sue me later. So the solution is simple. Install a light fixture, except, as you can see, there is no electric box here to connect the light to. So let's run electricity for it.
What's in the Oh shit. Hello. Oh, what's in this? Oh my god. Oh. Oh my god, let me announce this to the viewers. Hold on. I gotta hang on. Oh shit, what the hell? Guys, are you gonna sleep after this with that? Or no? Okay, let me get my link up. Okay, so oh shit. Okay, let me get hold on. Hold on. Oh shit. Oh my god. Don't ask me about the thumbnail though on my stream. Alright.
Okay, let's see what we got. So that's space.
Oh my god, what the fuck was that?
On electricity for it. Okay, let's see what we got. So that's space.
Oh my god. What the fuck? What the fuck?
The space behind here is under the deck, which allows me to run wire through it. And this is its entrance to a place that is reserved for rats and, I don't know, suspicious animals. It would be funny if I opened the door and somebody was living in there. Oi, I'm trying to sleep here. Let's see what.
Bro thinks he's Megatron. Bro, that sound effect. Bro thinks
door and
he's
somebody
Megatron.
was living in there. Oi, I'm trying to sleep here.
Are you sure about this? Guys, do you ever slept under the deck? Do you ever try that? Like, hell no, what the hell?
Let's see what we got here. It's pretty tight here, but it's okay. I'm slick. I'm slick.
Bro hit his head, bro. He just hit his own head. What the fuck? Dude, he just... No way. No way he just hit his goddamn head. What the hell? What the hell was that?
Here, but it's okay. I'm slick. I'm slick.
Bro. Bro. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, what the hell? What the hell?
Here, we were smart enough to ask our electricians to install an outlet here with GFCI protection under the deck. And that's where the light would go. Question is the GFCI functional? Hey, it popped. Although, I'm not 100% sure if you can trust these buttons. Let's grab my tools. So I hooked up my beefy potentiometer, which is not gonna blow up. up easily anymore. Series with my ammeter between live and earth, and I'm going to increase the current slowly to see if I can trip the GFCI. Right now it's at 4 milliamps. If I increase it slowly, oh, there, it popped at around 4.9 milliamps. It's nice to have a functioning GFCI.
Okay, so let me join it.
So I already bought everything I needed, like wire clamps, plastic box, wire itself, and my main actor, which is a waterproof remote control power switch that you can plug 3 things into it and turn them on and off with a remote all at the same time, like, you know, landscape lighting and such. The reason for this is that, of course, because I continuous power. So in order to turn my light on and off, I need to have some sort of switch, which is remote control. Or instead of that, you could buy a light with those light sensors that if you pass in front of it, it turns on and off. But those lights with sensors are usually ugly. I wanted something prettier for that location. Everything I have here is 15 amps rated, including the wire that is 14 gauge 15 amps. And my outlet is on a 15 amp breaker. So everything is protected nicely. This cord is also outdoor rated, whatever that means. More waterproof. It's important to have your safety gear with you when doing this type of work. That's why I have my knee pads on. As you can see, under the deck is pretty exposed to the environment, rain and cold and heat and everything. So first thing is we mark where we want to cut our hole, like so. Drill a hole into the siding, jigsaw the big hole out. And that's done. So I'm slipping here.
What the hell? What the hell? Bro, what the hell? Okay, why was that?
And that's done. So I'm slipping here.
What the hell? Underdeck to snip patrol. What the hell? Is this my on right now, bro? What the fuck? Okay. Oh my god. What the fuck is this? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Let me screenshot this. I'm gonna turn it as emoji. I'm turning it as an emoji. Oh, that creeps me out. What the fuck?
Oh, I locked myself in here. Damn it. Oh, there it is. I'm torn between making sure that nobody can lock themselves in there accidentally or add a spring to the door to make sure it closes and set up a trap. Let me out!
What the hell? Let me unshare. There's an ad. Alright, and then share again. Hold on. This is my screen. Oh shit! Why am I watching this? Okay.
Closes and set up a trap. Let me out! First, let me see how much wire we need. Let's strap these in place.
Again, he's being Megatron! Bro, he's being Megatron, what the hell?
Fortunately, we are left with some excess length of cable. So we take some generous length and cut the rest of it off. Oh, damn it! I forgot to unplug it. There was a 30% chance of shorting live and neutral that are not protected by GFCI. I guess I hit the jackpot.
Okay, he's walking like Megatron again. Bro, explosion again.
What the hell? I thought I unplugged it. Damn it. Wait, let me do an experiment first. Then I'll unplug it. The f***? I thought I plugged it in. We plug in our remote control switch and plug our light into it. Then we can just control it with the remote. Keep it off for now. Damn it. It's not an easy place to work in. Now we just pop the hole at the bottom of this box so that we can tighten this fitting into it. Fortunately, I have some leftover deck composite material that's not gonna rot for the backing of my box. I screw my box to it. Now first, I pass the wire, first through this one, then the washer, then pass it through the box, and screw this thing nice and tight in place. This is going to hold the wire in place. And then I put the box where it should be and screw it on the stud here. And that's that, with the box on the other side. Let's get out of this rat-infested place. You're done in there. Now, we just strip the wire without cutting ourselves. Well, maybe a little bit better. Connect this metal thing into place and screw it into the same spot that, connects the metal thing to earth connection of the box. It's okay if it is loose a little bit. The light will push it in place and hold it tight. Connect the light's earth ground to this metal thing. Well, let's make sure the light switch is off and notify the live and neutral. Connect live to live. Put the nut connector thingy. Same for neutral. Do a quick check. It turns on. We did it. Well, not yet. It has to go into place. For good measure, I'm gonna put some electric tape around my contacts so the water won't get on them. But doesn't hurt, does it? Like this. Now we just put the light on. Nice. And now we turn it on. Bing bong, bing bong. We have light.
You did it.
Very good. Very nice.
So yeah, kind of works.
One more item down. Now, probably a ton of electricians out there are throwing a tantrum right now about how this is not done per code. But let me show you something. The wire I used in there is waterproof. No, but seriously,
What the
I
hell?
used in there is waterproof.
What's with the face? Okay, what the hell? Hey guys, my name is and today we're playing as a bell pepper through Ban. Yeah, you're at school, I know, and I have no school today, so yeah.
No, but seriously, you might think that because the wire is running outside and is exposed to people and animals, not only you must use those power wires with protective metal sleeves on them, but also because they are exposed to the rain and the elements, it must have another plastic jacket on it. Of course, it doesn't hurt to have more protection, but then you must ask yourselves, is it necessary or is it adding more complexity that might cause problems later? Perhaps working with the stuff you have and picking proper components is more than adequate and is more cost effective. It is always better to ask professionals if you are worried about your skills, but if you are going to do it yourselves, then ask yourselves, what is the code intended to achieve? It is about keeping people and property safe. So you have to think about everything that can go wrong, that can cause a problem. And when you're in doubt, you can compare it to the existing design in your property or just ask a professional.
For example, is it possible for the people and animal who crawl into this space to hurt themselves, like cutting the wire or nibbling on it? Well, I installed the wire raised from the ground, so only rodents like squirrels and rats can get in there and won't be able to reach the wire and nibble on it.
And what if they do? Well, them for doing that. They deserve what they get, and yet they are protected.
What?
Not only that, outlet there has ground fault protection or GFCI. My breaker here has arc fault protection or AFCI. So anyone is well protected touching live and earth together. The only way they could get hurt is by putting live and neutral out, strip them and touch them at the same time. In which case, them. They deserve what they get. But is it necessary to have heavily protected wire in that space? I think not, comparing it to the code used on other places in the house.
I mean, this place is pretty tight and you can barely move in there, like attic or crawl space of the house. The attic of the house, same as the crawl space under the house. Arguably, this space is like a crawl space that gets even less foot traffic, if anything at all, because it's dirty.
So the only other real thing remains is the rainwater getting over the wires and components through the top of the deck. So the components I bought are waterproof and are for outdoor use. And everywhere else, I made sure the water doesn't get over the contacts and wires. For example, see, I'm not worried about water getting inside the box. First of all, there is a tad bit of sealing over it, so it acts like a flashing and blocks some of the water to get over the fixture. And even if the water gets inside the box, see, the wire is sitting above the lip of the box. So even if this is flooded in there, it just flows outside the box. And there is a step from this level to the edge of the box, which means even though if the water gets inside this edge, it'll go over under the box into this attic crawl space. What I'm trying to say is that there won't be any standing water in the box and it's not going to flood up anyways. It's all going to pour out. And the box is plastic, so it's safe. And the ground connection is up here, so it never meets water. So even if water somehow finds its way over the contacts, or someone accidentally chops the wires, or your child starts biting on my wires, then suddenly GFCI and AFCI.
Okay, why am I lagging?
They are well protected.
Oh, am I lagging? Hold on, let me unplug. Kind of lags. Okay, I'm sure it works.
GFCI and AFCI, so they are well protected. If you are still worried, just don't come to my house.
Damn! Bro, speaking facts. Okay, now let's... Spider-Man, dude. It's more like Megatron at this point. More like Megatron. Rage fixing a broken drill. Alright, let's go with that.
What if you could create
Seriously. I got into by AI.
Hi, my drill here failed me. I mean, it runs, but look.
Why would you drill yourself?
Okay. See? It stops running as soon as you try to drill with it. I took all my tools somewhere and needed to do some major fix and started to drill into concrete, and it went like... kept shutting down on me. And like a caveman, I took my drill bits and started hammering and chipping away at concrete for an hour before making a 1-inch deep hole, breaking 3 drill bits in the process. In hindsight, maybe I should have run to some hardware store and bought a new drill. For like $150? With that kind of money, I would have happily performed cavemanship for an hour. Come on, man. Perhaps I should be nicer to them. I mean, it did work for a long time and drilled many holes into concrete and stuff, and still half works. But they didn't pay me to be nice. I paid them for this to work. Always drills knowledge into your brain reliably through their thousands of interactive lessons. Start learning for free using my link brilliant.org/ElectroBOOM. More at the end. Okay, let's see what's wrong with it. It's not fully dead, so there is hope. I would buy a new one if smoke and flames had come, but it seems it works fine if I try to drill soft stuff with it, like a piece of wood. See?
What the hell?
Don't hold shit in your hand when you're trying to drill it. But if I engage the hammer mode, it shuts down, so it's useless against drilling into concretes and rocks or hard stuff. I'm just happy I'm a content creator. Even when your tools break, you can still make content out of it.
What's the baseball?
Perhaps hammering draws too much current, and maybe the battery is aged too much that the battery is... My guess is... Even when your tools break, you can still make content out of it.
What the hell? Okay, what the... Okay.
My guess is perhaps hammering draws too much current, and maybe the battery is aged too much that the battery voltage drops too far down, shutting down. I do have another battery though. It's the same age, but it's very unlikely for two batteries to fail the same way. Nope. Also shuts down. Maybe it's the drill itself. Maybe the door is toast and draws too much current and triggers some overcurrent protection circuit. I can load the motor to draw excess current.
What the hell did you just do to yourself?
I got rock burned by a drill. What nonsense. I don't think it's overcurrent. It only happens when it's hammering. It's probably vibration then. See, when you place the drill in hammer mode, if it has it, then it's like jackhammers the bit back and forth into the hard surface, trying to break pieces of it off. Absolutely necessary for drilling into concrete and such, but makes a ton of vibrations. Then perhaps there is something loose in there that disconnects under vibration. Oh. Let's take a 12-volt lead acid battery and smash the drill with it. There you go. There is definitely something loose in there. Let's open it up. These should go too. Okay, how do you open this now? Okay, I have to cut a label in half. Jerry knife. Hey, we are open! Look at this beauty! This tiny brushless DC motor drives the whole thing. This is super strong. And this is the driver circuit for the motor that is completely potted. So I assume the vibration doesn't do much on this circuit. And this is like a gap. Gears in there to slow down the high RPM of the motor into a low speed, strong torque. And with this switch, you can select your gear for lower or higher torque. I mean, dang man, if you have a broken drill like this with functional bits and pieces, you can make a car out of it with gas pedal and everything. Let's hope we can figure out what's loose in there so we won't have to pay $150 for it.
Yeah, I had to unshare because ads. Back to the reaction.
Oh. As soon as I wiggle the motor, it turns off. I think I should take the whole thing off this thing. It's like RoboCop taken out of its shell. Perhaps it's these wires? Something about these wires is disconnecting. Damn it, these are all glued on. I guess.
It's like glue. It's bad. Yeah, I need to. Well, guess I had to end the stream, but oh come on! Hold on. Something's wrong with my stream. Anyways, see ya guys.